Hey everybody, this is Real Estate Talk TV and I am your host, Joseph Hamaoui. In this episode, episode 2, we're going to talk about tax-deductible vacations, why it's important to know the local ordinances in your municipality, and a little bit of real estate trivia. So to get into it, one of the questions that came across my desk this past week was tax-deductible vacations. There's an investor who owns several properties around the United States, and what he actually likes to do is he likes to plan where his investments are going to be, not necessarily just on the investments alone, just on the returns alone, but he also likes to look at where's a nice place that I'd like to visit for vacation. Now, why is that important? Well, if you are a real estate investor and you are going to be traveling because you're investing out of state, then you can go and invest in areas where you would like to go on vacation. And then that vacation actually becomes, for the most part at least, tax deductible, because since you're traveling for your business, to go check on your real estate investments, and I hope that you're treating your portfolio as a business and you're treating your landlording and your real estate investments as a business, then you're able to write off as a tax write-off your trip to go visit your properties. If you have to go and meet with your property manager and you go for lunch or you go for coffee, that's a tax write-off. So there's many different things that you can write off on this vacation, and that would give you an excuse or a way of traveling to, let's say if you invest in Orlando and you want to go to Disney, now you have an excuse to take that tax deductible vacation to Orlando and visit. If you'd like to come to Florida, here in Jacksonville, you want to come to Florida to do golfing, here in Jacksonville we've got a lot of beautiful golf courses, probably the best in Florida. So you can come visit us here in Jacksonville and it will be tax deductible. So wherever you'd like to invest, it may be worthwhile in the future to take into account where you'd like to actually visit. So for example, I have one client, a friend of mine actually, who's out of New Zealand, and he is investing in Little Rock. And, I'm not sure what there is to do in Little Rock, but for me, I wouldn't be very excited about visiting Little Rock, whereas maybe, Miami or Hawaii or, other places, maybe in Nevada, that might be interesting for me. So I might want to look at if it's possible to get the returns I want in one of the cities that I'd like to visit, and then amongst the cities that I would potentially like to have ongoing business there, something drawing me back there again and again, which city would I like to visit the most? So that's kind of one thing about tax-deductible vacations. I don't think it's a crazy thing to keep in mind, but I think it's something that's actually very interesting and something that you should actually make a part of your overall strategy if you are planning on investing in different markets, especially if you're going to be an out-of-state investor. Second thing I want to talk about today was knowing your municipality's ordinances and laws. So we're actually launching our property management company here shortly, and as we're getting into that, some of the things I've had to do is do a lot of research, and as we're building this, it's important that we are in line with all of the fair housing laws, and so I've had to restudy and go over all these laws to make sure that I'm very well versed in it as we approach the property management side of the business, when we're going to be dealing with a lot of different tenants, and we're going to have to deal with a lot of denial to applications for tenancy, and we're going to have to be able to defend those to make sure that we don't get in trouble with any fair housing laws. So as I was doing these studies, I found that actually a lot of the fair housing laws, there's some laws, there's protected classes that are federally protected classes, and then state by state and even municipalities have their own additional protected classes. So for example, sexual orientation, for example, is not federally protected. It's not a protected class federally. However, state by state and within different municipalities, they may have additional ordinances that do, prohibit discriminating against them as on somebody based off their sexual orientation as a protected class. In addition, it was just brought to my attention that there's some municipalities that, based on their laws, it seems to be that they're not very pro-landlord. So, we've always heard of pro-landlord states and non-pro-landlord states, but even within the state, there could be certain municipalities that are more pro-landlording or not. So that can, manifest itself in many different ways. For example, rent control, where they place a maximum amount of rent and you can't really raise or change your rents that much. And in other cases, they might even tax you for being a landlord. Just this week, I was, somebody let me know that in San Jose, in the state of California, they actually have a business tax on landlords, and you're obligated to register with the municipality there, and you have to pay a tax. Supposedly it's a very minimal tax, but you apparently are taxed for being a landlord, in addition to all of the taxes you have on the profits that you make and on your business and on your personal income. So it's important, and I believe California also has a state income tax, something which we in Florida don't have. So I would say that that's, important for you to keep in mind, is that you do want to be on top of, what's going on politically within the landscape. You want to know what the laws are in the different regions and the different markets that you're planning to target, and make sure that you even go as far down as the local level of just, that municipality, that city. You want to know what are the ordinances, what are the laws that might affect your business there. And then I just want to leave you with one last little bit of real estate trivia, is that in the city of Denver in Colorado, it is actually illegal for somebody to lend a vacuum cleaner to their neighbor. So if you're ever wondering why, as you're walking through possible investment properties in Denver, the carpets are so dusty, it's because it is illegal it is a law on the books in Denver that you are not allowed to lend a vacuum cleaner to a neighbor. That's just an interesting little bit of trivia for you. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy this video, please do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Joseph Hamaoui. That's JOSEPHHAMAOUI. If you are seeing this video on Facebook or Instagram, please like the post, share it with your friends, help us to grow this channel. And if you have any questions or anything that you'd like to have talked about in a future episode, please do me a favor, shoot me an email or shoot me a message, or just comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great day.